Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? How is everyone doing? I just want to give everybody a quick second. I want to say thank you to all you guys who are my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys. I've been getting a lot of nice comments from people on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube, of course, over what I said yesterday in regards to my learning disability. So I just wanted to say shout out to all you guys who do watch my content. I do genuinely appreciate you guys and everyone who's given me nice words over the past couple of days. I genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I just wanted to give that second to thank you guys. And yeah, let's get into the video. Let's get into EGTV. We're going to be talking about everything around Gini Wijnaldum, and everything that has to do with that at Arsenal. We're going to get into all the transfer stories, everything around it. Get started. You already know the intro. So yeah, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get it going. Bang. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's KDG on EGTV, and I'm back again with another video. You already know what it is. It's always a live Q&A on my show, so make sure you get your questions in. The first question is, would you take Gini Wijnaldum on loan as cover for Thomas Partey while he's at AFCON? That is the question. Thumbs up or thumbs down, would you take Gini Wijnaldum? Then you got Dominik Szoboszlai, £40 million move for Dominik Szoboszlai. We could have got him before he moved to RB Leipzig, but guess what? It doesn't work out that way. And Ramsdale is awarded the November Arsenal Player of the Month, deservedly. Lucas Torreira's father has recently spoken out about his possible move away from Arsenal. We're still talking about Mikel Arteta and all the issues with Arsenal, and possibly Mikel Arteta out still trending, and Ten Hag in is also trending. We're going to be talking about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and his bad form, and also Arsenal just recently dropped a new kit launch for the Christmas. It's a yellow retro kit, and you know what, while I'm mad at Arsenal, they always do this. They always drop kits whenever we lose. So yeah, Vibes FC back again. Anyways, guys, more on today's show. Stay tuned. You already know what it is. Kitty G. Bang. Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G. I'm back again with another video on EGTV. You already know what it is, guys. Big up to the people. Gini Wijnaldum offers some stability in the midfield. Also, never gets injured. It's only just 6 months. Couldn't hurt. Big up to you. Ali saying big up Iga. Yo, big up Ali. Yeah, so big up to everybody in the comment section. Do me a favor. As you guys know, what we do is we have a live Q&A throughout the show. You can ask me questions throughout the show. Throw me off. If you want to throw me off with some random questions. Give me your thoughts. We also have a question right now in the pinned. We have a pinned message in the comment section right now. If you guys could do me a favor, let me know if you would take Gini Wijnaldum on loan as cover for Thomas Partey while he's at AFCON. That is what I want to know. I want to know what you guys think about Gini Wijnaldum as cover for Thomas Partey while he's at AFCON. Yes, that is what I want to know. So yeah, since we're live right now, big up to you guys. I just wanted to say shout out to all the people watching. Really do appreciate it. The love and support over the last video that I did yesterday was just ridiculous. So I just want to say big up to everybody who watched. And yeah, so let's get this show started. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We're going to be getting into all those things. But just before we get started, I hope you guys are well. Anyone who's watching right now, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. And just remember, like, not everybody who's watching hits that like button. I need you guys to do me a favor and hit that like button. It's absolutely free. It helps me out a lot, and it helps me grow the channel. So generally, the best way to help me is to do that. If you want to be more generous and you want to put it in a super chat, you can also do that also. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, I'm just saying that is the best way to assist me as I get the party rolling. But yeah, so where do we begin, guys? Where do we begin? Should we talk about Gini Wijnaldum? Should we talk about Thomas Partey? Should we talk about what should we talk about? What should we talk about today? Because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I don't know what should we talk about first? Where should we begin? Where should we begin? Should we begin with Thomas Partey? No. Should we begin with Aubameyang? No. Should we begin with the kit launch? No. You know what? We're gonna get the boring stuff out first. Let's begin with none other than the man himself, Pablo Mari. Yes, Pablo Mari. I don't think he's a fan favorite at this point. I won't. I don't think so at all. Well, it looks like Pablo Mari is rumored to be leaving Arsenal. Yes, Pablo Mari looks like he is rumored to be leaving Arsenal Football Club. He might be leaving sooner than later. Actually, at the point. So the rumor has it that Pablo Mari has a move uh, all the way back to Brazil on the table. Since he's not getting game time over here at Arsenal, he's quite frustrated and he's looking to make a move back to Brazil to Flamengo to get more regular game time. The rumor has it that he is interested in moving back to Flamengo on loan for 1 year, and this rumor came from the gentleman on Twitter. If you guys know his name is
Ikram Kana.
Ikram Kana. Yes, if you guys don't know Ikram Kana, he I think he's Belgian. I think he's Belgian, and he does break a lot of stories. No, I'm sorry. He works in Italy and Spain, and he breaks a lot of stories on transfers. And he recently spoke about Pablo Mari, and he said that Pablo Mari would be looking to go back on loan for a 1 year deal. At this point, Arsenal Football Club have been rumored that they will not let Pablo Mari go back unless there's something that unless there's a certain thing that happens where they pay a big portion of his wages. So Arsenal Football Club will not let him go on loan unless they pay at least half of his wages. They would need to pay a large portion of his wages. A large portion of his wages will need to be covered by Flamingo, and I don't know if Flamingo have the facilities to do that, right? So let's just look at this right here. Let's just look at this right here. So Flamingo, right? Pablo Mari, they're saying 2022. He could go back on loan until the end of 2022. They're saying Flamingo want him on a 1 year loan, right? That's the tweet that he put out, and that's the tweet that got everybody's attention. And then subsequently, there was a bunch of other tweets that followed, and this one here is the one that caught my eye, where he specifically said Flamingo want to hire the defender back on a 1 year loan, but the Spaniard is out of the space in Arsenal. So he's currently out of it over at Arsenal. He doesn't really get much game time. He doesn't really get much attention. And it's definitely something that he wants to move on from. But yeah, that is the whole Pablo Mari situation. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yo, Gio's in the house saying any player is better than Partey. He has been a flop at Arsenal and his legs are done. Wow, that is harsh, my friend. His legs are done. Thomas Partey, I still think has a lot to offer us, my guy. I think Thomas Partey still has a lot to offer us. I think you're being extremely, extremely, extremely harsh on Thomas Partey right there. But come on, man. Come on. Uh, uh, as a Liverpool fan, that watched the terrace. Uh, I also have much love for your channel. Big up to you, mate. Yo, Mike Kopish, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Honestly, the amount of love I've been getting from you guys over the past 24, 48 hours has been outstanding. I want to show you guys love too. Appreciate all you guys. Big up to you guys. Hey, Sean. Big up, Sean. My guy, regular Sean. You already know what it is. Sean's doing his thing. Corey in the house saying, Egal, you bored, man? What? Boring? I'm so confused. What do you mean by that? Anyways, what do you mean by that? Anyways, let's move on to the next topic of the day. The next topic of the day is going to have to be Mikel Arteta. Yes, the boring topic of having to discuss what is going on with Mikel Arteta. What are we going to do with Mikel Arteta? When is this situation with Mikel Arteta going to change? Who is going to come in to eventually replace Mikel Arteta? This, that. But that is not even what I'm going to be asking you guys right now. I'm not even going to be asking you guys if you're Arteta in, if you're Arteta out. All those things are redundant. At this point, I'm just going to ask you guys, who is to blame? If Mikel Arteta continues to underperform in consideration to what the stature of this club, at that point, he's no longer to blame. If they continue to keep him in the position, if they continue to keep Mikel Arteta in the position, even though he's clearly not able to get us to the levels that we want to without the adequate players and the adequate investment. And if they do not continue to provide him this level of investment that they provided him this summer, it could be a problem going forward. It could genuinely be a problem going forward. At this point, I don't think many people are Arteta in. A lot of people who are Arteta in are backing the process, and they have not reached their tipping point yet. If and when you do reach your tipping point, you will be. As I have myself, you will not be going crazy and abusing him. You're just gonna say, you know what, he's done his part, and it's time for someone else to come in. Just because he has not been successful as the manager of Arsenal does not mean the next person cannot be successful. We just need to find that next person, identify them, and prepare them to come into the role as soon as Mikel is ready to leave, and the people in charge are ready to move him on. Anyways, we got Joseph here. Joseph, what are you saying? Do you think a better manager will get the best out of Partey and the rest of our players? I think a new manager would have a different approach, different game plan, different everything, and hypothetically, you could see better performances from the players who are currently underperforming. It's not always that players are bad and they're terrible. Like Rudiger was not getting any game time under Lampard. Thomas Tuchel came in. Rudiger's looking like one of the best center backs in the league. Similar things with some of their other players, but yeah, it's just what I think. Igal, do you think Thomas Partey has been good enough to play for us? Thomas Partey has not been good enough to play for us, and he's been one of the senior players that have been letting Mikel Arteta down. But the thing is, will Thomas Partey get better? We need to find out. We need to see if Thomas Partey will get better. I don't know if he will, but we need to wait and see if he can get better, if he can start to do things better. Because at the moment, he has been massively underperforming at a ridiculous level. He's been underperforming at. He's been underperforming at such a high level. It's crazy. It's crazy how high of a level he's been underperforming at. But yeah, I think Mikel Arteta is eventually going to get sacked, and when he does, I think players like Thomas Partey are going to show how good of a player they are, maybe under another manager. At the moment, I have a lot of question marks about Mikel Arteta, my friends. I have a lot of question marks about Mikel Arteta. But yeah, what is next on the docket? Let's find out what's next on the docket. Oh, we got to talk about an Aaron Ramsdale. Yes. If you guys don't know, Aaron Ramsdale has won Player of the Month. Yes, Aaron Ramsdale has won Player of the Month. Arsenal's Player of the Month Aaron Ramsdale has been awarded the Player of the Month off the back of having a stupendous November where he had played he didn't play too many games, to be fair. He did not play too many games in the month of November. That is true. But yeah, we won 2 games, we lost 1, and overall it was a decent month of November. And Ramsdale kept a clean sheet against Watford, kept a clean sheet against Newcastle, and we lost 4-0 to Liverpool. But in that time, Aaron Ramsdale was stupendous. Aaron Ramsdale did not put a foot wrong. Aaron Ramsdale looked like a really good goalkeeper. And you know what? As long as Aaron Ramsdale continues to do what he's doing, I don't think anyone's going to complain. Aaron Ramsdale has been a revelation in his time at Arsenal. And you know what? I'm happy with Aaron Ramsdale. I'm not really going to complain at all about what Aaron Ramsdale has done because he has been a breath of fresh air. He has been a breath of fresh air. Yes, Aaron Ramsdale has been a breath of fresh air. But yeah, now let's move on to the next person. Today's going to be a short one, guys, most likely, unless more people start jumping in quickly. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Let's see what you guys are saying. Gini Wijnaldum only works in a 4-3-3. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Hope you're well. I'm good, bro. I'm good. What do you call it? Hi, everyone in the chat. Big up Tim. Big up Tim in the chat. Smash the like buttons, people. If you haven't already forgotten to do that, smash that like button. Let's go. And we're going to be back at 7:30 for the Premier League prediction show later today. So remember that. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. right? The difference between Chelsea under Lampard and Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel is massive. If Arsenal get a top manager, the team will improve massively. 100% agree. 110% agree. Yeah, with that remark right there. But yeah, what is the next thing that I need to talk about? I was gonna talk about who was I gonna talk about? I completely forgot. Oh, Lucas Torreira. Yeah, Lucas Torreira. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. I don't know what happened. My whole computer desktop just shut down. I had to restart it. But yeah, so Lucas Torreira. Lucas Torreira is an interesting one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Lucas Torreira's dad recently spoke. Recently, Lucas Torreira's dad spoke, and he said some interesting things. So Lucas Torreira's dad said that Lucas Torreira's time at Arsenal is over, and that he will be most likely moving on a permanent deal to Fiorentina. Yes, Lucas Torreira will be leaving Arsenal Football Club. He will be headed straight to Fiorentina on a permanent deal. It looks like it will be an interesting one, because he looks like he will be most likely moving on a permanent, and that his time at Arsenal is done. When asked, his father said his time at Arsenal is pretty much done. And when he was asked if his time at Arsenal is done, he just adamantly said yes. So it was more or less, these are the exact words. Let me get the exact words. His exact words were, "What's happened? Has Lucas Torreira played his last game for Arsenal?" His answer was yes. So there you go. If that's anything to go by, that gives you your answer right there. That tells you everything you need to know about the whole Lucas Torreira situation. His father said straight up that he's going to be leaving, so I believe his father. And if his father has his son's best intentions at heart, he knows that his son needs to leave Arsenal Football Club in order to kickstart his career and keep it moving in the right direction. So at this point, it looks like he will be leaving Arsenal Football Club in 2022. Before just at the end of the season, he most likely will be getting we most likely will be getting some sort of transfer fee. But yeah, that's enough about Lucas Torreira. Let me just go to some of your questions before we start with the Gini Wijnaldum stuff. For the Gini Wijnaldum stuff, we're now going to be going in for about 20 minutes on Gini Wijnaldum and everything around Gini Wijnaldum for the next 20 minutes. But yeah, before we get started on that, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get this show moving. Who's next? Jonathan, question, Ega. Why Ten Hag do so great? Why Ten Hag do so great in the Champions League with the level of players he have? All about coaching and a top manager. I'm confused about the Gini Wijnaldum links. He's best in a 4-3-3. Okay. Bring back Gunduzi, says Shavin. Okay. Got you, Ego. Gotta catch you later. Okay. Yeah, big up Tim. Don't worry, man. Catch you later, bro. I'll see you in the flip side. Ego, can you send me the link out? Yes, I will send you the link out, bro. If you want to jump on, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let's get this going. Jonathan's trying to jump on, have his say. So yeah, let's talk about Gini Wijnaldum. Gini Wijnaldum, guys. What do we know about Gini Wijnaldum? What do we know about Gini Wijnaldum as a football player? What do we know about Gini Wijnaldum? What do we know about Gini Wijnaldum being linked to the club at the moment? So Gini Wijnaldum is linked to Arsenal on a loan deal. Yes, he's linked to Arsenal on a loan deal. Okay, Gini Wijnaldum, football player who's played for obviously the Dutch national team, Liverpool, PSG. I think he played for AZ Alkmaar, if I'm mistaken. Let me just double check. No, PSV. So he played for PSV and Newcastle. So in his time at Newcastle, in his time for PSV, he scored a lot of goals in that midfield. He scored 14 goals and got 3 assists for PSV. For Newcastle, he got 11 goals and 5 assists, right? For Liverpool, he was not as much of an attacking goal scorer as he was for Newcastle and PSV. He went more into a deeper role where he scored 2, 4, 3, 1, and 6 goals in the league. He had one campaign where he had 9 assists, his first campaign coming to Liverpool in 2016-17. He has been an integral piece to that Liverpool side that won the league and the Champions League. He played over 35 games, 33 games over every single season at Liverpool. He played 33 plus games. He played 38 games his last season, 37 games his season before that, 35 games the season before that, 33 games the season before that, 36 games the season before that. Gini Wijnaldum is a player who is very, very reliable when it comes to being available. His availability is always there. He is always available. He has not missed many games in the past calendar years. For Netherlands, he's also somebody who's very reliable in front of goal. For the Netherlands, in qualifiers, he has had numerous goal-scoring campaigns in the qualifiers. In the Euros, most recently, he scored 3 goals in 4 games. In the World Cup qualifiers, over the past couple of seasons, he's contributed with goals for Netherlands also. For PSG, in just 5 games, he scored 2 goals in the league. In the Champions League, I mean. In the league, in 14 games, he's gotten 1 goal, 1 assist. He hasn't really been getting as much game time over there in PSG, and that's why the 31-year-old might be considering a move to Arsenal. Now, this would not be a permanent move for Gini Wijnaldum. This will be a loan. This will be a loan, most likely even with an option to buy. But the 31-year-old would be giving us cover in that midfield while Thomas Partey and Elneny go to AFCON. This will be crucial and integral pieces to the puzzle while we are trying to still compete in the league and not drop off when we lose some of these players. Gini Wijnaldum, I know at 31 years old, he is not an investment that you want to spend a lot of money on. Gini Wijnaldum at the age of 31 is not the player where you're going to buy and he's going to do amazing things for you for years and years. But what he is he's a level above the midfielders that we currently have. He's a better player right now than what we have in our midfield. Lokonga is a young player. You got who else do you have in the midfield? Really, Granit Xhaka, no one really rates. Thomas Partey has been piss poor this whole season. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is not really an out-and-out midfielder for me. He's played more as a right back than he has as a midfielder for Arsenal. So Gini Wijnaldum is the person that we need to talk about right now. Would it make sense for Arsenal to sign Gini Wijnaldum? Would you sign Gini Wijnaldum? Would you take Gini Wijnaldum at Arsenal right now? Let me know in the comment section. And also, there's a poll going around. Smash that poll. Tell me, is it a yes or a no? And while you're here, hit that like button. It's absolutely free, guys. But yeah, let's get this show going. We're going to get Jonathan on. Jonathan's going to come on. But yeah, what are you guys saying? Gives me the William vibes. Ooh, that's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to hear. Yo, Jonathan, what are you saying? Jonathan, you there?
Yeah, you hearing me? You got it?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Let me just go through some of these comments, and then I'll come to you in a second.
All right.
Man loves to jump in on the road at a minute. What? I'm so confused. I don't see him coming back to the Prem, but only Prem team that can afford him. LOL. Maybe Newcastle can afford him. I'd love to have Gini Wijnaldum. I'd be shocked if he chose us. It's between us or Newcastle. Anyways, Jonathan, what are you saying?
Um. All right. First and foremost, one of the biggest problem that I have with this squad is the inexperience, and I've just searched around. Got some of the top performing team right now in the world. I'm going to start at Real Madrid, right? First in La Liga. Now, if you look at their midfield three that Ancelotti play consistently, Tony Cruz, 31, Modric, 36, right? Liverpool, Henderson 31, Thiago 30-year-old turning 31 next year April, and Fabinho is 28 turning 29 soon. Now, age doesn't have to do with nothing, bro. If you have a coach that put out that have them in a proper system and coach the players better. Now, I believe I don't. My problem with this Genie link, I would love Genie, but my problem is Arteta because he hasn't showed us no he hasn't showed nothing that will tell us that he's going to play a 4-3-3, and I would not like Genie in a two because he has played in a three for all his time playing. Not saying that he wouldn't be in a two, but I believe that he would probably be exposed, him and Thomas Partey. Um, because we do not know what Mikel Arteta want to do with Thomas Partey. Because I believe from the first instant we signed Thomas Partey, he was a DM because he played as a DM at Atletico Madrid, and now Arteta want him to be this more progressive midfielder, and that is not his role. So he's basically having players just to put them anywhere in the team and just to want them to do what he think they should do when that's not how each of these players to can play. For instance, if I have a three-man midfield, I would have Partey at the base, have Gini, and have Sam Lakanga. So that give you a balance of experience and youngster. So you have legs. And we know that Gene is a player that play at least 35 games per season. And the intensity he used to play at Liverpool was massive. Remember, Liverpool did not want to sell him. They gave him a 2-year contract and he refused because he wanted more money and he go to PSG. So it's not like Klopp didn't want him. Klopp wanted him, but he decided to go. And I believe that if he's coming, Arteta have to play a three, but that is the problem. We do not know what Arteta want to do, and that is just a massive problem. And I ask a question to you about Ajax and Ten Hag. Why? All right, look at their level of players. They have good players, but their players is not, you know, their players is not great. For example, Sebastian Haller, he was at West Ham struggling, and now he scored 10 goals in the Champions League. When you look at that, Igal, that just surrounded about coaching, right? It's all a coach their players and how he put them in a system that can work. And another example I'm going to use before I cut off. I was listening to Curtis Shaw TV just recently, and he was identifying 3 players before they come to Arsenal. He identified Nicolas Pepe, that before he come to Arsenal, he was coached by Bielsa and the manager that win the league last year with Lille. I don't remember his name, but him. And he was excellent. And that is why we buy him. Remember that Bayern Munich was scouting him as well, but Bayern Munich did not think he fit their playing style. So before he come to Arsenal, he was coached by those top level of players, coaches. You look at Thomas Partey, Diego Simeone. We don't have to speak more about that, right? And you look at Aubameyang. You have the likes of Klopp and Tuchel and Emery, even though he did not do a great job, but he still come much better than Arteta. And you look at Wenger. And now you look at Arteta. Now you look at those 3 players that used to perform at their team, and now they drop down from those coaches to Arteta. You can see the massive difference why all these players is just performing so badly, because they used to be in a team that have a plan, have a system, and being coached properly. And this is not a scapegoat on Arteta, but I just believe that's the lack of experience, the management.
So let me just stop you right there. If Mikel Arteta was sacked,
Mm-hmm.
would you still want Gini Wijnaldum to come in?
Definitely.
So even if Mikel Arteta's not here, you still want Gini?
Yeah, because he is a top level player, bro. He already playing a system where it's about pressing, and that is where the game is transition right now. It's all about pressing, and he are the play in that system. The reason why he's struggling at PSG is because they have a trash coach. They have a coach that is not that good. I don't think what's his
You
name?
don't think
Pochettino
Pochettino's that good?
is garbage, bro. Because if you look at the midfield that he have, right? Paredes, Verratti, Gini Wijnaldum, he's struggling to have he's struggling to have a system with those players that can play in the press and play out of the press. He cannot put the players in a system because Tuchel was there last year with almost his set players but less quality, and he reached to a Champions League final. All comes because he do not know how to create a system to get the best out of the team. So everything is blamed on the front three because they're not defending. But guess what? We have never seen him play a back three, and we have never seen him even put Messi at the false nine, number 9, because we have seen Messi play that position before, and he doesn't do that because he just believe in his own thing that I have to do it my way or the highway, and he's failing.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go back to the Gini Wijnaldum thing. Do you think we're gonna change the system now that if we're bringing in Gini Wijnaldum, what system are we going to play with Gini Wijnaldum?
I believe he want to play a double pivot, and that's it, because he's trying to force. All right, he's trying to force players in the team. For example, Odegaard. We were winning without Odegaard, right? With the Abba and Laka, and for some reason, Odegaard find himself back in the lineup because it's his player. He buy that player, so he want to get the best out of him. But you're not trying to get the best out of the team because the team was performing much better without Odegaard. So as Odegaard come back in the team, he scored. If this is not bad luck, I don't know what it is, because he scored the last 2 matches and we lose. Lacazette hasn't scored and we were winning. So how is that a coincidence? So I don't know if you want to play a 2. I do not think he would be better in a 2. He would keep the ball much better, and maybe the pressing, him coming out of the press would be much better. But I'm not sure if defensively him and Partey is going to be a good pairing.
Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to look at how we can make an Arsenal lineup with Gini Wijnaldum in there, because what would the lineup look like, right? So this is what I have here. Okay, if you can see what we're doing. So I've already put the back line and I put Sambi Lokonga in, right? So I'm gonna put Wijnaldum in.
Gini would be on the left.
He's on that side.
Sambi would be on the right midfield, and Partey in the middle.
Partey would not be the one sitting though.
I would want him to sit because, for me, defensively out of the 3, he is the best. So you have to put him to sit, to me. Because remember, in the interview, Sambi said he's good at the 6 and the 8, but he prefers the 8.
So are we going Emil Smith Rowe?
No, bro, to be honest, I do not really like Emil Smith Rowe on the wing, but I mean, he's the one scoring, so I guess you have to go with
Lacazette or Aubameyang?
I would actually play Aubameyang, because at the end of the day, we do not know what's going on with Lacazette. We do not know the contract situation, so just play the player that is going to be here longer, I guess.
Okay, so that's what it would look like with Gini Wijnaldum.
For me, I would probably play. I like Martinelli on the left, but I guess Smith Rowe is going to keep that position for now because he's, I guess, performing.
So you think Martinelli is the better option?
I'm not saying he's a better option, but because of Arteta bad man management and rotation skill, he basically play one player 10 games straight, and not forgetting that these players is very young. So you need to rotate to at least give other players confidence in the team. So when they step in, they already have some level of momentum. But because he would play 1, 2, for instance, he would play Saka and Smith Rowe 10 straight game. So everyone else on the bench do not have that momentum when they come in the team.
Yo, 1 second. Let me just stop you there. Big up to my guy GTV for you. Hope you're well, bro. I know you weren't feeling well and you're in the hospital recently, so I hope you're doing well. Shiv says, "Where is Pepe? What are we gonna do with Pepe, bro? Pepe's done out here. Like Pepe can't get a game over Saka or Martinelli at this point." Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are we gonna do with Pepe, bro? Pepe's done out here.
Um, as to me, Pepe will strive in a counter attacking system, maybe a back three. I mean, Pepe is done for Mikel Arteta because, as I said, Mikel Arteta is more confusing than Nicolas Pepe to me because Ainsley, man of the match, bench, we haven't seen him since. Lakanga, one of the better midfielders, better than Partey. Every time both plays, we haven't seen him for the last 2 matches. He hasn't even come on as a substitute. So the players that is putting out their best, we haven't seen them because he want to get his players in the team. You want to get the Xhaka. We don't know where Xhaka just suddenly vanished in the team. You want to see Odegaard at number 10. You want to
Let
have
me just let
Smith
me just
Rowe on
read
the
some
left.
of let me just read some of these things. Surprise! Arsenal have opened for opening for Outcast. End of the road for Pepe at Arsenal. Nicolas Pepe is becoming increasingly frustrated with the lack of game time. Nicolas Pepe is possibly destination after Arsenal making a major transfer decision. Right. You also have this one here saying something about having Nicolas Pepe having, what do you call it, a contract. What suggested why the record signing isn't playing for the Gunners? Oh, it might be that in his contract he gets paid per game or something. So yeah,
Oh,
I don't know, but yeah, or Lil might be making more money off of how many games he plays. But Nicolas Pepe, in his time at Arsenal, what has he done statistically? He has not been He's been one of our best goal scorers, but you know what? Realistically, 10 goals, 5 goals, 6 assists in one game, one season, 10 goals, 1 assist in 7 games, just getting 1 assist this season in the league. He's not really doing much, bro.
he's all right. He's not doing much, but that is a problem. He's not doing much, yet still he's better than the wingers we are playing. He contribute much better in his 2 seasons that the wingers we are playing. So is it favoritism or is it that because Nicolas Pepe cost 72
You
million?
do you sell Pepe? I sell Pepe.
At this moment, I was selling because you're wasting money. He cost 72 million and he's on what, like 150. But so there's no reason to keep him because you're not playing him. You don't even bring him off the bench. You bring a man that said that he's not going to stay here. You want to leave even in
So
January.
stop the music in the background, please, because I don't want to get striked. But yeah, Nicolas Pepe, bro. At this point in time, the fact that he's not playing, everything that you said, I echo it. Your thoughts, 100%, 10 times over. Right now, just before we get on to the next player is going to be an interesting one for you. Dominik Szoboszlai is the next one that we're going to be talking about. The reason is there's been a rumor today that Dominik Szoboszlai has been linked back to Arsenal for a 40 million pound transfer. Yes, the same Dominik Szoboszlai that we were linked to earlier in the year is now being linked to us again. And this time they're saying that Arsenal could actually get the deal done for around 70 million. I mean 40 million.
70 million?
40, 40, 40, 40.
40?
Yeah,
I'm
40.
confused by that because why? I mean, why would Leipzig want to sell him already? I'm
Let me let me
confused.
let me explain. The rumor says that Arsenal are ready to pay 40 million for the attacker who was once wanted to move to the Emirates
Mhm.
before he went to Leipzig. It's rumored that Arsenal are ready to pay the 40 million pounds that it would take to get his services. I'm not exactly sure why this is so like out of the blue, but the rumors originally came from. Let me show you where it came from. The rumors originally came from the oh man, it came from Cut Offside, okay? And Cut Offside got it from uh Tito Facaccio, and this is a Portuguese outlet. They're saying that Arsenal could are set to offer 40 million. It doesn't mean that the deal is going to happen. It doesn't mean they're going to sell, but Arsenal are ready to bid for the player, and it doesn't mean that Leipzig are ready to sell. It's just Arsenal are prepared to sanction a bid of 40 million for the player. They view him as an instant impact player who could come in and do something in the long term. But of course, they were worried that he would struggle with the adjustment from coming from the Austrian league to the Premier League. That's why they didn't buy him originally.
Oh, to be honest, I wouldn't purchase him. Um, he have massive talent, great potential, but as I explained, I'm tired of this 21-year-old, 22-year-old, 23-year-old players. I do not care how great they are at 21, 20, and if you're not a Mbappe or a Haaland, which we cannot get, I'm not interested in a 21-year-old. We need this squad needs experienced players, because if you look at every team right now, Egal, in the world that is winning, they have experienced players. They have players from the age of 28 to 30 year old. This youth project thing will never work unless you put in a specialist in youth players, which is Ten Hag. He's the only one that I've seen that use youth players and get the maximum out of them. And the next, the Galatier, the one that win the league with Lille, he had a lot of young players in that squad. Just like Nice right now, he's doing very good with Nice. Those are the two managers that I've seen done tremendous with young players. And if Arsenal want to reach that limit of that, if they want to reach to take a step forward, we need more experienced players. These young players is not cutting it.
Let me read this. Arsenal are reportedly ready to prepare a 40 million pound transfer fee for the Hungarian international and RB Leipzig midfielder, the prospect who recently just moved from RB Salzburg to RB Leipzig. Because of the sister club thing, they got that deal done easily. The 21-year-old is still very talented, and Arsenal are still considering him. The report has come out of Portugal that this Hungarian currently playing in Germany would be linked to Premier League. I really don't like believing any of these rumors, but I'm just here to let you guys know of the story and why it came to light. They even say Chelsea, for instance, could do with some changes to the attack due to the lack of impact from Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech, and Szoboszlai might be an option for them also, since they were interested in him prior. Arsenal might need to be acting quick to get him before someone else with Champions League football tries to attract Szoboszlai's services. Now, I don't know why I think this report is really not. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think he would be going to Chelsea. I don't think he'd be coming to Arsenal either at this point. I don't want to ruin anyone's hopes, but I just don't see him leaving Leipzig right now. It makes no sense. He'd be leaving Champions League football, coming to Arsenal with no Champions League football, and overall, it just doesn't make sense for him in his as a career move. But
I
yeah,
do, yeah, I do not believe in the links to Arsenal.
yeah. So we're gonna keep it moving, guys. Thank you for watching this part. But now we're gonna have to talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The next, yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's a problem, guys. We already know. Jonathan, you already know. Should I let you go first on this one when it comes to Pierre, or would you, or you've had enough talking about him?
Um, you see, Egal, at this point, we do not know if the players is a problem or it's Mikel Arteta is a problem.
You think so?
Yeah, because this it's becoming a trend, which everyone is becoming a problem.
No, but
Thomas Part
so 1 second. Who's to blame? Is it Aubameyang and his form and the players' form, or do you blame Arteta for the players' form?
no. All right. It's maybe 50-50 or 60-40, leading 60% more Mikel Arteta, because at the end of the day, Aubameyang has gotten sitters, like open goals basically, and he missed. So you have to put that on him. But we're talking about performance wise, the way he makes his run and those,
Yeah.
it's just not evident how a player that scored 20 goals per season in every league that he has been, until we get a inexperienced manager, everything just dropped. It's not a coincidence how Thomas Partey was known for one of the best DM, not box to box midfielder, was one of the best defensive midfielder in the world at that time when we buy him, and now we're talking about, is Thomas Partey a problem for Arsenal? No. So this is just a trend since we get an inexperienced manager. How can top players just suddenly just become so average, so mediocre? It's because we have a man that is not coaching these players properly. No,
So Arteta is the main issue,
I
but
believe
the players are also an issue, I believe.
I believe is the main issue. No, look at this point, Igal. I was watching the match against Everton, and I sent a comment to one of the channels. I don't remember, but I asked, why does our players look so unfit? You know, they just look
Why
tired.
is why is that?
Why is why the players look so unfit and so tired after 60 minutes? We play one game per week. West Ham play two game most time. And if you look at the energy West Ham play with, it look like they are fresh every week, and they play majority of their players in the Europa League because their squad is not that big. So why is that our players just look so tired? The way Everton was just chopping through our midfield, running, and no one could catch them. The players look tired. They look like they cannot run. Tierney, he played he played 2 90 minutes for Scotland, and when he come into the Premier League and play against Everton, we have to take him off in the 60th minute because him look tired. Or is that is not an excuse. The players are not being coached properly. And I said one more thing. Reece Nelson sent out on loan to Feyenoord, right?
Yeah.
And the manager for Feyenoord, the coaching, said he was surprised, he was embarrassed. Oh, an Arsenal player cannot manage their training. Reece Nelson got injured in the training. The man said he was unfit. That is not an excuse. That is just evidence of that the players are not being coached properly.
So
You're saying, go ahead.
you think the players are not being coached properly because they're not fit 100% all the time to manage games night for 90 minutes?
They cannot manage the game because no, no matter how talented a player is, no matter how you set out a system, if the players are not fit enough, they're going to get overrun. Because if you look at every second half, for some reason we always get overrun because the players, they play, they go out in the first 25-30 minutes, and if we do not get a goal, it's going to be difficult for us for the rest of the game because they start so hard. Now, where is that the Xhaka? If you look at the match, he played Tierney, Xhaka, two players that is just basically coming back from injury. And if you look at our midfield, you have Thomas Partey, recently injured. So you basically have three players that is injured playing in your side, and that doesn't make any sense, right? And you have Lakanga and Ainsley. Lakanga and Ainsley is probably one of the most fittest players in the squad, and physically in maybe sprinting because they seems quite fast over short spaces. They seem very quick.
All right, Jonathan, I'm going to stop you right there. We're just going to move on. I personally believe that Arteta is to blame for the bad performances currently, and he holds culpable blame for majority of it. But there is still some blame that goes to the players because they're missing absolute sitters, and he's not, he doesn't control that. So
I mean, that come with coaching as well.
Some of the blame goes to both parties, but majority of it, in my opinion, goes to Mikel Arteta. Now let's get into the new kit launch. Have you seen it? Have you seen this?
I've seen it. Just PR, bro. I mean, we put out more consistently. It's in sending out kits than the performance. The kits are much better than the performance that we're getting.
This is my theory. They know Christmas is coming around. They know Arsenal players Arsenal fans will buy whatever. Every time we lose, in order to give a happy-go-lucky feeling, they waited until we had a bad loss to drop this. just before Christmas. It's not a coincidence that they dropped it on the 9th of December after we lost and we're just about to face Southampton. I think if I think if we're I think if we would have won against Everton, they would have waited until after the Southampton game to drop this.
It's good PR, bro. Arsenal is one of the best PR in the maybe in the world, because I've not seen no other club drop so much merch. No other club drop so much merch. For what? Because no other club have time to think about dropping merch after merch after merch. They're all about winning. And I'm not seeing Arsenal, speaking about winning. Nothing. It's just about different type of, clothing. No one cares about clothing right now. We cares about, what's best for the club.
I think this is Vibes FC. This is this club at this point. We are literally trying to make money off the fans, and the kids. Don't get me wrong; they look beautiful. That
And they
looks
look good.
that looks beautiful, right? And then you see the actual shirt, the shirt from back in the day that Bukayo Saka's wearing. It's beautiful PR, and you notice the players that they pick for these kit
The,
launches.
the players everybody like.
They pick the most popular players, and since we don't have enough popular men's players, they go and pick some of the female players too. And just to make things even better, they add Ian Wright in there, right?
Yeah,
So it is very tactical. It is very
very.
strategic. It is very smart in the way they handpick people and everything. I see what they're doing. I'm not stupid. I can tell what you are doing. Arsenal Football Club, you are very, very smart. Smart PR team, smart way of making money. And you know what? Just before Christmas, to convince people to start buying Arsenal kits, even though we're performing badly and we're not in the Champions League, it makes sense. I'm
Question.
telling you, the year that we get back into the Champions League, they will make so much money that they're going to realize we need to stay in there, and they're going then
Definitely.
then they're going to start spending to make sure they do well. Right now, that it's almost like they're just trying to buy their time until they get back into it. But yeah, listen to this. I've seen they even put a puppy in the picture with Saka. Oh my God, behave! It's true. They
This is a
literally,
different level of banter, bro.
bro. This is PR at its highest level. This is
No?
PR at its highest level. Honestly, respect to them. They actually know what they're doing. Like the business side of Arsenal, they know what they're doing. Why can't they run the club properly? The actual footballing side.
Because they do not have football. They do not have football people in the club. I mean, Edu. I I I heard that he what? I heard that what was he doing
Bro,
before he
he was
come
in
to Arsenal?
Brazil. He was
Yeah,
Brazil national team. You don't have to recruit players for the Brazil national team.
yeah.
You just tell them you pick us or Spain or Italy. Your choice.
And Vinay works in the what? In the he was in the advertising department part, something like that. So they do not have legitly football people that knows and love football to run the club. And if you look at Barcelona, it's the same thing. They do not have football people, and they hired average managers, and that is why they reach in the Europa League. Same as us now. We reach in the Europa League, and then we cannot reach the Europa League again.
Hmm.
Average club run by average people, and that's a fact.
Bro, personally, let's get through some of these comments because these comments are going to be probably better than half the stuff that we're going to get. Arsenal Fashion Club, 100%. Vibes FC. I thought it was Tommy. What? Nah, that's taking the piss. That's taking the piss. Gini Wijnaldum will be good. Definitely, Gini Wijnaldum will be good. Edu is a glorified travel agent. Oh my God, that is the harshest comment in the wild.
That's what I heard. He was a travel agent, something like that.
Saka has done more than Partey and Aubameyang for Arsenal. Give him two statues and at least a raise. There you go. Okay, okay. There you go. Anyways, you already know what it is, guys. We got one more topic to talk about: Ten Hag and Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's the likelihood of Ten Hag coming to Arsenal? Probably 0 to none, right?
I disagree because I think Arsenal have a link. We have a link to Ajax. Remember, what's his name? What is the director of football name?
Overmars.
Overmars. Remember, Overmars requested ZH to Arsenal
Yes.
for Ozil. That doesn't just happen out of the blue. It's because he loves Arsenal as a club and he wants Arsenal to get the best. And if we had ambition, we would go for a Ten Hag, because in the article there was an article that said that if Ten Hag is leaving for any club, it will be a club that about attacking football. And
Yeah,
Arsenal,
let me just read the article. So the exact words was, it came from the former Ajax manager. He specifically said, what do you call it? This is what he said. He said if Ten Hag was to leave our Ajax, it would be for purely attacking sides, such as Dortmund would have the ideals, and it would be a good option for him. Nagelsmann, if he left Bayern, it would be a good option for him to go to Bayern Munich. Barcelona, in the case that Xavi ends up leaving sooner than he just came. But guess what? Xavi has just started, so it's unlikely that he's going to go to Barcelona. Arsenal, if Mikel Arteta does not do well. So those are the options that he mentioned. He did not mention Manchester United. He did not mention Spurs. He did not mention any of these other sides that people keep bringing up whenever they talk about Ten Hag. So,
no, if you look at it now, look at that. He's basically giving a hint to Arsenal. He said, Arsenal, if Mikel Arteta doesn't do that well, they know that Mikel Arteta is not doing great. So if any chance Mikel Arteta get fired, he would be a man that's suitable to replace him. That's why he said if Mikel Arteta continues basically struggle. So I believe Ten Hag would love to become an Arsenal manager, because we already know the identity Arsenal have for years. And he would probably think that, you Arsenal are Arsene Wenger for years. You don't want to be the man to really, take that button, because everybody that has come has failed. And I believe he's a manager that love to work with young players, and that is what we have right now. We have a lot of young, promising players with 1 and 2 experience, and I think we would fit him perfectly.
there you go. All right, man. Have yourself a wonderful day. Big up, Jonathan, for coming on.
Respect,
Appreciate
bro.
it. Big up to everybody who's joined the stream. Thank you, guys. That's it for today. I'm going to be back later for the Premier League prediction show with Hussam, AK, Mo, Alan, and Patrick. We're gonna go through all the games for the Premier League games for the rest of the season, for the rest of this upcoming week 16. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already smashed the like button, hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free, and you already know what it is. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and you already know what it is. Peace out, bro. I'm out of here, people. Peace.